last hour, we've learned Diana Kocekari has entered a guilty plea for failing to report her daughter, Madalina Kocekari's disappearance. Thanks for joining us today, everybody. I'm Sarah French.
And I'm Ben Thompson. You'll recall Madalina was last seen getting off her school bus back in November of 2022 and hasn't been seen since. There are a lot of new details to get to you this morning. WCNC Charles' Jesse Pierre now live in Uptown. She was in the courtroom this morning. Jesse, what can you tell us?
That's right. Well, Diana Kocekari, the mother of Madalina, changed her plea from not guilty to guilty this morning. Now, she has been behind bars since December of 2022, facing a felony charge for failing to report her daughter's disappearance to police. And after spending the max time in jail, she's expected to be released from jail today. Now, Madalina has not been seen publicly since the evening of November 21st of 2022, leaving her school bus. Weeks later, despite claiming not to know Madalina's whereabouts, Madalina's parents officially reported her missing on December 15 after multiple inquiries from Madalina's school and questions about Madalina's absence. Both Madalina's stepfather, Christopher Palmeter, and Madalina's mother, Diana Kocekari, were arrested and charged with a felony for failing to report Madalina missing. Palmeter was released from jail last August after his bail was reduced from $200,000 to $25,000. He had a court case scheduled for today. That has been pushed to tomorrow. Today, Diana changed her plea to guilty. She has served the max time and getting credit for 520 days, and her release from jail has been granted this morning. Now, Cornelius Police was in court today, and they say they are holding out hope to find Madalina.
Good morning. We're not prepared to make any formal statements. I spoke to one of the reporters upstairs, and we're just thankful this part of the investigation is behind us and the search for Madalina continues. And as I've said many times before, we won't stop until we find her.
Now, Diana is not an American citizen, so she is facing deportation as well following this felony charge. And again, Madalina remains missing. Live in Uptown, Jesse Pierre, WCNC Charlotte.
All right, Jesse, thanks. Arguably, perhaps the biggest development we've seen in the last year and a half of this case.
And it's hard to believe it's been 2 years. They say they're still holding out hope to find her. We've seen the FBI billboards all across this area, and so it'll be interesting to see how all of it unfolds.
And despite today's development, still doesn't seem like we've got any clear answer of where this little girl might be. And that brings us to how we got here. Madalina's disappearance dates back a year and a half. It was in November of 2022 when Madalina Kocekari was last spotted on camera getting off her middle school bus.
But it took nearly a month before Diana Kocekari and Christopher Palmeter reported her missing. They were then arrested 2 days later for not reporting her disappearance sooner. After a series of court appearances, she was last expected to show up in court in February, but did not appear. That leads us to today, where Diana Kocekari pled guilty to failing to report her daughter's disappearance.
This is